Hi and welcome to Thursday's maths lesson. So we are continuing with our work on reading clocks and telling the time. So let's go. Right, let's get started, Mr. Lake, with this. Here we go. Right, so we've got our clock. So we learned a lot yesterday.
We did.
Um,
Covered an awful lot.
So let's just move the time to here. Okay. What time is that on?
Yep.
Lovely. Right. Okay. So let's look at this. Actually, let's go for this one. Right. Okay. So let's look at the time here. So, Mr. Lake, we look at the small hand first, right?
Yep.
Small hand is between the 3 and the 4. So we know the hour must be 3 something. Okay. Now the big hand
Minutes.
is on the minutes hand is there. So we count on 5s, don't we? So 5, 10.
Yep.
So the time is 3:10. Now we could also say 10 minutes past 3.
Yeah, that's often how we say it, isn't
Yeah,
it? What time is it? It's 10 past 3.
Because it's sort of was 3 o'clock, but now it's 10 minutes past 3. I have a lot of American friends. I say a lot. About 3.
I thought I was your only friend.
And they often say 10 after. They'd say like 10 after 3.
Yeah.
Which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
didn't know that. That's interesting.
But
yeah.
we could just write 10 minutes past 3, or I think we normally will just say 10 past, P-A-S-T, 10 past 3.
Yep.
Yep.
Spot on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, let's remove this. Okay, let's do another one now, Mr. Lake. Okay, so let's move. Oh, I know. Actually, no, let's just go for that. Okay, so we've gone. Actually, let's not do that. Sorry, just a second. Okay. Great. Okay, so here we go. So now the small hands between the 4 and the 5.
Yep.
So the hour is 4.
4. Yep.
And then the minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's 4:20. Or we could say
20 past 4. Because it's 20 minutes past 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Easy. Okay. Great. So let's move on. Now, next, let's move on to one we looked at yesterday.
Yep.
Let's look at a couple. So let's look at this one first. So here we go, nice and easy. So the time, small hands between the 4 and the 5. So it's 4 minutes past is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
So it's
6
4:30. Now at home, what's the other way of saying that? Half past 4.
Yep.
Okay, so we could write, should we write it as a fraction or a word?
I like it. Let's do a fraction.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? That's quicker
Half,
anyway.
yeah, it's quicker. Half past 4. Okay? It's 30 minutes past 4, but we don't say 30 minutes past 4.
No.
We say half past 4. Okay, great. Lovely. Okay, now let's move on to the one we covered yesterday. Okay, so the time, small hand, still between the 4 and the 5, so the hour is 4. Okay, the minutes past is 5, 10, 15.
Yep.
Now, I remember from what you taught us yesterday that we might say 4:15.
Yeah.
Okay. It means 15 minutes past 4, but for some reason we don't say that.
Yeah.
We just say 4:15. And you explained yesterday.
It's gone a quarter of the way
Yeah.
past 4 o'clock, hasn't it? Okay. In another quarter, it'll be half past, and so on. Yes.
Absolutely. So we get quarter past 4.
Perfect.
Okay. Right. Now we've covered up until half past. Now I'm going to go. Let's go beyond half past, Mr. Lake. Okay. So let's go. Right, here we are. Now, the hour is 4, isn't it? Still, it's between the 4 and the 5.
Yep.
Okay. Now, the minutes past. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So would we say 40 minutes past 4? Is that something we say?
No, it's not. And you might think that would make sense. But no, something happens halfway round the clock. Okay? So if I can borrow the pen, let's just get rid of that for a second. Okay? I'll leave that down there, in fact, to remind us, Ron.
Okay, so it is 4:40, but what's the other way of saying it?
So, I've put my clock into what fraction?
Well, they're halves. You've got
Halves,
half and half.
yep, okay. On this side, we say past, okay? We're talking about past the hour. It's 5 past 12, 10 past 12, so on, okay? When we get to this side, we're not looking at past anymore, we're looking at 2. How many minutes until the next hour, okay?
Okay.
So instead here then, because we've talked about the hour hand, you know, it's 4:40, but we're now looking, well, what's the next o'clock time going to be?
Well, it'll get to 5 o'clock, won't
Yeah.
it?
Okay, so it'll be something to 5. How many minutes until 5 o'clock?
Okay, so 5, I'll start counting here, so 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yep.
So it means in 20 minutes time, it will be 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's 20 to 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like how you did that. You were counting on from where you put your hour hand. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Another thing, Mr. Lake, my American friend says, is they might say 20 minutes before 5 or 20 before 5, which kind of makes more sense to me.
It does, yeah, that's what it means. It means how many minutes before the next o'clock time.
Okay, well,
What that tells you is in 20 minutes' time, it will be 4 o'clock.
Okay, well, let's
5 o'clock, sorry.
let's move to here then.
Yeah.
So I know, right, so the hour hand is nearly at the 5, but not quite, so it's still 4 something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we write that down? Let's just, okay, so we know it's 4 something, right?
Yeah.
Now, okay, actually I know that's 30, I'm going to start counting. So 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, right? It's 4:50 is the time, okay? But we don't say 50 minutes past 4, because we're saying minutes 2. So I'm going to start counting, right, I know the next hour is going to be 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's something to 5, okay? So let's count how many minutes until 5 o'clock.
Yep.
5, 10.
Yep.
When the big hand gets to the 12, in 10 minutes it will be 5 o'clock. So it's 10 to 5.
Yeah.
Great.
Now, I don't know if you noticed though, because that's not the first time we've looked at 10 being the minutes here, okay? I'll show you what I mean. Right, when the big hand was pointing at this number, the 2,
Yeah.
can you remember what we said? It would be
10 past.
10 past.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see that's the little pattern there? We've got 10 past, 10 past, 10 to. This one here is 5 past. That one's
5 to.
Yep. Remember when the big hand was on the 3, we said it was quarter past.
Yeah, so quarter past, quarter to.
Quarter to, yeah.
Okay, so let's just go back to there.
Yep.
If I just clean the board a little bit. Yeah, so that one, it means 5, 10, 15 minutes to 5 o'clock, but we don't say that, we say quarter to.
Yeah, quarter of an hour.
Okay, lovely, okay, good.
Yeah.
Right, so, guys, what I'd like you to do today is the worksheets we have attached. So there's this one, has pictures of clocks on, okay, and I would like you to write the time. So for number 1, but let's do number 1 together, shall we? So if I look, it's hard to see on the screen, but we'll tell you. So we've got small hands between the 2 and the 3, so I know it's 2.
Yep.
And then the minutes 5, 10. So I know it's 2:10.
Yep.
Okay. Now you can leave it like that if you want, but if you really want to impress us, we'd like you to also write this. You could write 10 past 2. Yeah?
Yeah, that is impressive.
Okay. So we'd like you to basically, and then you have to do number 2 and write the time for that. Okay. So go through them like that. If you want to challenge yourself, write how many minutes passed, okay?
Or
4 minutes to, well, we also have after this worksheet, we have the spicy one, okay? Now this one is mainly minutes 2. So again, if we
Okay.
look at the first one, sorry, number 1, okay, small hand is between the 1 and the 2, so the hour is 1, and then the minutes past, what's 50? Right, we don't say 50 minutes past 1,
no.
we will say, right, so the next hour is 2, so it's something 2, so how many minutes?
Count from the 10 to the 12.
So 5, 10, so it's 10 to 2. Okay, so again, if you really want to challenge yourself, do both, okay? And then, yeah, so enjoy those worksheets, and then when you've done that, if you've still got any energy, it'd be really great to just get on Maths Frame again and just keep playing. Can you get a higher score?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a matter of practice, isn't it? Telling the time. So yeah, have fun, guys. See you next time.